Welcome back to Soon 73 Tai Chi, here by the sea. Today we're going to be moving into move number 29, the single whip to the right. Hopefully you can see my feet with the shadow that's being cast by the sun. It's too nice to not come do Tai Chi by the beach with you today. So let's just flow through what we have already. Make sure that you get oriented to your space, especially if you're in a new space. You need to check in. Where is 12 o'clock, 1:30, 3 o'clock, 4:30, 6 o'clock, 7:30, 9 o'clock, 10:30 is about where I want my left toes pointing in my monkey stance as I settle in to Wuji. Connecting with fully relaxing, breathing deep and slow in and out of the nose, feeling at ease in the body with good posture, noting the flow of the breath in and out, connecting to our principles even right here at the beginning, relaxing in Sung, alignment of the spine, the flow of the breath even in and out. Here in Wuji, yin and yang of the body are harmonized in balance. And then we take that into our Tai Chi, directing our attention to 10:30. We do not lean, rather we just stand on the left foot and allow the right toes to turn to 12. Facing 10:30, the hands rise gently and float into the belly as we stand on the right leg. Rooting into the sand so the left foot can just settle in to take our weight. The right follow foot turns to 1:30, the right palm is up. We make contact, turning from the waist, switching the feet in our flow, turning only as far as alignment can take us back to face 3 o'clock in our uprooting push. Our left heel aligns with the right, which turns, bringing us back to awareness of the breath, fully in from the belly, all of the ribs expanding, and then falling back into themselves in our open and close. Single whip left, stepping slightly forward and to the left, the palms open and push forward. Turning the waist, only your alignment will tell you how far is too far, but before then, reverse the flow. Bring it back to facing 12, right toes touching, right fingers down. The hands drift in front of the chest as the right heel and foot take our weight. Pushing straight forward and white crane flashes wings. We withdraw and let the breath flow in and expand us as a rising tide then flows out and we sink back in. Brush knee to the right to the left is next. Move number 11 is playing the lute. We pick up the left toes and touch them. We step with the toes to about 7:30, but we parry towards 9. Stepping lightly, feeling the foot flat before shifting our weight in the left hand extending and floating into a left bow stance for our punch over the left forearm. Both fists open, we withdraw and block and close, and move number 14, push the mountain. The right toes take us back to the front. The left foot adjusts, and we make sure to breathe in fully, letting the hands open. And breathe out, letting the hands close. Brush knee to the right. We stand on the left foot now, adjusting the right foot. It opens up in a right bow stance with a follow step and leisurely tie coat. We bring in the limbs together, There's space between the arms and body before the hand extends and stays there in our twirl, where we step once again towards 3 o'clock, aligning the left heel with the toes to 12 so that the right toes can pivot back to 12 shoulder width, and tune in with the life-giving breath in, expanding the body and the hands, and breathing out, the hands come together. Single whip back to the left. The left foot floats down. Once connected to the earth, it takes our weight, an uprooting push to 12. Turning the waist opens the right hand and draws in the right foot until it takes our weight again in our flow into move 22. Right fist under left elbow facing 9 o'clock. We hold a baby on the right hip, looking to 6 now, stepping into a left bow stance facing fully on to 6 o'clock. And then move number 24. Bringing in the left foot, we stand on it, reversing direction, facing 12, stepping into a right bow stance in 24, repulse monkey right, and then brush knee to the left, squaring up the hips and shoulders towards 9 o'clock, leisurely tie coat. Should indeed feel leisurely once we are familiar with it. A little step in, the hand stays in place as we step back, turning from the waist. We don't allow the left hand to compress into the body, giving it room to expand. The right toes direct us back to 12, the left foot adjusts. We breathe in fully and breathe out in a relaxed way. Our next move for today is single whip right, where we step now towards 12 o'clock and to the right with the right foot, the palms open, and give an uprooting push to 12. Turning the waist opens the left hand. And that's officially where single whip to the right closes, but in our flow, there's a no-name transition where we bring the weight onto our left foot again and the right side comes in. So I'm going to include that in the lesson today. Hopefully you're feeling very comfortable with that flow so far. We've already engaged with the single whip to the left. Now today we're just reversing that and getting into the opposite side of it, you could say, the yang versus the yin of the single whip left as we move into single whip right. From the front, the single whip right, in case you have forgotten, looks like this. I'm not doing it mirror image, so we first step with our right foot, we open the palms and we push to our front in an uprooting way. The right hand holds steady, and as we turn our waist, the left hand pours open. Officially, that's the end of single whip to the right. But as I said, there's then a no-name transition where we shift the weight to the left foot so that the right hand and foot can come back in. So we'll be adding that into our lesson today. You are doing so well. Let's continue that. Here on a beautiful day by the sea. Thank you for flowing with me. Feet are shoulder width here. Let's just face our 12 o'clock and have a full deep breath in, relaxing now that we're familiar with how this works in the biomechanics of breathing. After our open and close, in our single whip to the right, our feet are toes forward, shoulder width. So we shift our weight to the left foot. We pick up the right foot and take it slightly to 12 and slightly towards the right. So it's not a very big step. The toe goes forward. And then we shift our weight to the right foot, but the back left foot stays rooted and connected. At this point, our hips are facing roughly 12. And then we turn our hips as far as is comfortable with the weight on the right foot and flow back to the left foot. Once balanced, we pick up the right foot and bring it in. So remember, I'm adding that extra no-name transition before the next move in our lesson today. So from here, after 27 and 28 in our open and close, is number 29 in single whip to the right. So we're standing shoulder width, the weight's on the left foot. We pick up the right foot once we're balanced and float it down on the heel. Slightly forward, slightly to the right. We try to do it only as far as we can put the foot flat with no weight. Then we consciously shift our weight more to the right foot. There's going to be a little bit of weight still on the left foot, so it stays flat. Here, we're holding good alignment as our center line as we turn our waist. The chest and the nose and the navel turn too. So how far can we turn and keep that center line alignment? Once we're there, we pause. Well, not pause, but we shift our weight. We reverse the flow, bringing it back to the left foot. We find our balance, maybe bringing ourselves back to 12 o'clock and bringing the right foot in. Let's do it again with just the footwork of our single whip right, along with the no-name transition. From shoulder width, we stand on the left foot. The right foot steps forward and out, or floats forward and out to the right. We shift our weight, keeping the back foot flat. We turn our waist only as far as nose, chest, and navel can stay centered together. Then we shift the weight to the left foot, facing 12 again, bringing the right foot in and just touching the ball of the foot with no weight. Just hovering it there, because it will move again right away in the next move. Let's do it one more time with just the feet. Ready? From shoulder width. Stand on the left foot. Right foot slightly forward, slightly to the right. I have a little slope here, so I'm having a hard time not throwing my weight onto it. It's excellent practice on the beach. Keeping both feet flat as we shift the weight to the right foot, more to the right. Turn the waist. How far can you turn your center line? For me, I can only hold that alignment until about maybe 10:30 or 11. You can probably turn a little further and then shift the weight back to the left foot, facing 12 again. The right toe just touches lightly. Let's do that together, and I'm not going to say it. I'll just be the guide this time so you can follow along with just the footwork. Make sure you have a good foundation. Relax. We're at the beach today. And let's begin. Single whip to the right, just the footwork. Again, when that right foot comes in, it should feel like there's no weight on the ball of the foot or the bubbling well as it touches. It makes more sense to that foot and what we're doing when we bring in the hands. So let's do that. In our open and closed posture, the hands are about the width of the head, space between the hands and body, palm facing palm, fingers pointing roughly up. If they were to come together, it would be a little triangle. So here, after our breath in fact, let's do it. Let's just breathe in some of this healing salt air, breathing in a slow, full, expanding breath. Phase 1, 2, and 3. Breathing out, letting the hands come together. Now you know the footwork, so keep the hands in place, standing on the left foot. And then step forward and out a little with the right foot floating down. Now, turn the palms open. Let them arc down and up in front of the shoulders. From there, turn the waist. Let the right hand be still, and however far you can turn your waist, that's how far your arm goes with you. Then shift the weight over to the left foot, just like we did before, letting the right hand come down to come in with the right foot touching on the ball of the foot. You can bring the right hand over here to prepare it for the next move. Let's do it a couple times and then I'll show you from the front again. So we're here taking our full deep ocean air breath in through the nose, expanding. 27, move number 28 is to breathe out and just relax. Move number 29, single whip to the right. We shift the weight. The right foot steps forward and out. The palms now open to the front. They arc down and push forward with the elbows down. The waist turning to the left is what brings open the left hand. And when we can no longer hold that center line alignment, we reverse flow to the left foot. We find our balance and the right hand kind of scoops the left foot into position, you could say. From the front, it kind of looks like this at the end. In fact, let's do it again. I'll try to be mirror image for you as we simply breathe in and open and breathe out and close. And we stand on the left foot so that the right foot can step forward and to the right slightly. Once it's flat, the palms open and they push forward, arcing down and up to the front. We turn the waist, opening just the left hand, only as far as we can hold that alignment. Then we reverse flow, coming back to face 12 o'clock. The right toes touch, the right hand kind of swoops in. Now that you've seen it from the front, let's do it a couple of more times together. Oh, I'm so grateful to breathe this healing ocean salt air with you fully in, expanding the lungs and the body, and breathing out and starting move 29, single whip to the right, rooting into the left foot. First, the right foot finds its place. Then we shift the weight, the palms turn open, they arc forward and up, ending with the right hand anchored in front of the right shoulder as we turn the waist to open the left hand. Now we have our no name transition where we shift the weight to the left foot, the right hand can fall, and it sweeps in the right foot as the right foot just touches on the ball of the foot. Single whip to the right. It might feel different because in our single whips that we've done to the left, both forward and back, our transition out of the single whip is different than this one here. That's why I'm throwing in the no name transition. You've got this. It's beach day to just breathe in and expand. And breathe out and condense. And stand on the left foot, float out the right foot. Feel the sand beneath your foot. And once you know the lay of the land, shift weight. We should have about 70% of the weight on our front right foot, about 30% of our weight on the back left foot until we are fully open and withdraw our single whip, rooting fully into the left foot once more. We should feel like we can stand here on the left leg with ease. I wanted to show you from the side so that you can see how far my hands are arcing out. So we breathe in and open, and then we breathe out and close. We shift the weight to the left foot so that the right foot can flow out and a little to the right. The toes are facing 12, and I want you to see the hands dip down a little, but not that far. And when they come up, they end in front of the shoulders with the elbows down. It's all very relaxed as we turn the waist, the left hand opens. We only turn as far as we can hold good alignment, and then we shift the weight back to the left foot and swoop in the right foot with the ball of the foot touching. At the end, hopefully we're not feeling crunched into the body. There's some space here. Let's do single whip to the right. Just a couple more times after our full breath in and our relaxed breath out. Feel balanced on the left foot. It can be a very small extension of the right foot. It doesn't have to be big. And then open the palms. Keep the elbows down so the shoulders are relaxed as we turn, almost like opening a curtain with the left hand. Bringing the weight back to the left foot, the right hand lowers and sweeps in the right foot. One more time. And then we'll put it all together. But for now, I'm grateful to take a full breath in. And a relaxed breath out, ideally through the nose, before beginning our single whip right, a little floaty step. Open the palms, don't arc down too far. Uprooting push throws someone up off their feet when you come up from below. Shift the weight back to the left foot. Feel balanced. Then sweep in the right foot and feel at ease there. Thank you for practicing with me here by the sea. And with that, we'll flip it around and go through the whole thing together from the beginning. Move number 1 all the way up to move number 29, single whip to the right. Since you know so much of this form now, I'm not going to say quite so much, especially in the beginning of our section 1, so that you can enjoy being here at the beach with me today. Remember to just relax, breathe, let go. And we'll begin from there. Back to facing 3 o'clock. And then back to 12. How are you breathing today? Single whip left. Here the left foot steps forward and out. The palms open, they arc down and up. With the elbows down, we turn and open the right hand. Here, our transition, we touch the toes in front with the right fingers pointing down. And move into lifting hands. Full breath in, expands the body. When we let it, it will fall right back into itself. Brush knee left. Touching the left toes, this heel steps out. Especially when practicing outdoors, like at the beach, we really need to feel what's under the foot to know that that foot can take our weight without injury to ourselves or loss of balance. When you feel very confident in your form, I invite you to take it to the beach. Take it to the park to an uneven surface to practice on and challenge your balance more. But first, just breathe a little with me today. Brush knee right. Relax and feel the breath move you. Now our single whip to the left is stepping backwards a little. And that too feels different than our single whip to the right. Pulling in the right toes. We change the flow with no pause, stepping into right fist under left elbow. Here we have a transition that's not named in the form, and then we step into our beautifully positioned left bow stance for repulse monkey left towards 6 o'clock. We pull in the left toes to make it easier to step out in a good right bow stance for repulse monkey right facing 12 o'clock. Turning in the right toes to about 10:30, facing 9 o'clock to step into brush knee to the left and leisurely tie coat to the left. Finding our balance. The foot floats out. We feel the ground and then give it weight. Picking up the left toes, they turn with us only as far as we can hold the center line alignment. The right fingers hold the thumb side of the wrist. The right heel adjusts so that the left toes can pivot back to face 12. And move number 27, breathing in fully. And move number 29, breathing out. Move number 29 here. Single whip to the right, a little step forward, pushing, uprooting, and then turning to the left. How far does your alignment take you? Before the no-name transition, standing on the left foot and sweeping in the right foot, ideally with no weight on the right toes. And from there, we find our center and balance and are so grateful to simply stand and relax and take a few deep, slow breaths here by the sea. Until we meet again for move number 30, which is wave hands like clouds to the right. I hope to see you there.